What's up, shitheads?
Thanks for being late, everybody.
Hey, Chase, put your hands up like this, where I can see them. No, like I want to see your hands.
Wow.
Just put them both up. I'm just making sure you're not wearing those stupid ass rings.
I thought about it. It took a lot to remove the ears of my victories off of my name.
Yeah. Do you wear those to work when you go into patients' houses?
They would fall off. They don't even fit my fingers.
Check it.
That would be hilarious. I think I've talked to one of my patients about my victory this past year in fantasy football.
Was
and
he
the only
super
reason
impressed that you got all the way to the championship and you only won because the other teams had like 4 people go on hour?
I'm pretty sure that patient didn't even know their own name. I think I was talking to like the grandson that was involved in the caregiver. So, there you are.
You told him, right?
But I told everybody. I was like, yeah, I won my league this year.
Yeah, I won because the guy I was playing against had everybody get hurt.
The opponents that I had were just not worthy of a championship this year. So
they were bench players. That's why you beat them. They were on my bench.
Yeah.
Well, if you draft as well as I do, then you would get a victory as well.
Yeah, you gotta listen. There's 2 keys. Chase has 2 keys. The biggest
Jamar
key.
Chase on a whack ass fucking trade.
Get Jamar Chase on a whack trade.
For sure.
I can't
That
wait
helps.
to put an asterisk next to Chase's name over next to every championship he wins.
It's all good. I'll still wear those rings just as well. But I got BTJ, number 4 wide receiver of the year. Jaden Daniels, which you were the one 2 years ago that told me I was a quarterback away from having a really good team. And I ended up drafting Jaden Daniels.
Yeah, I'm really smart.
You're welcome for that, by the way.
Yes. Amen. I feel like we bring this up every single episode, so it's just going to feel like a repeated episode every single time.
Can't
Every
wait
episode is kind of
undefeated and lose in the first round of the playoffs.
Dude, my team was down so bad that I started 3 tight ends.
Hey,
and
I don't know if you remember or not, but it works.
Yeah.
Not when one of your tight ends is Chigakonkwo.
I'm pretty sure that's one of the tight ends Will was starting 2 years ago.
So I had Christian Kirk out, CeeDee Lamb out, Christian Watson out, Cedric Tillman out. Tony Pollard was out.
Yeah.
You played the most B team you could.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have beaten Will.
I smoked Will.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I didn't. I smoked Jed. I just barely beat Will. I only beat Will by 7. I beat Jed by like 50 or 60.
Well, glad to have the gang back together.
Yeah, it is.
Amen. Thank you all for filling in for us last week.
Yeah, it was the most exciting episode we've ever done.
I believe it.
Yeah, I was glad that you guys weren't involved.
I got something. So I was thinking about how I was going to do this. So I'm like, I need to go back through and introduce everybody, just so I can add this in here. Trey heard it when we were offline last week. So, but I'm the host, Willie Mack. We got Trey in here, Tyler the commish, and then Dr. Captain Clutch, the reigning champion.
Didn't even play through my headphones. I heard it through your head or mic or whatever.
Yeah, I just wanted to get that in there for you.
Yeah, well,
yeah.
Everyone hates the top dog,
Well,
that target on my back, right?
Anytime you have a shitty take, we can boo. But here's the thing: Will's the only one that has control of it. So if Will's in agreement with you, and like me and Tyler aren't, we don't get to hit the button.
There, you get that one.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't get to do anything about it. We just get to sit here. Honestly, that shit would be so much fun if we all had a little soundboard and we could just.
Oh, it would be fun.
Well, I mean, you could go buy one and hook it up.
No, that's too much
work.
Got
enough. Well, I do have. Actually, I have this.
There you are.
There you go. Right. Yeah.
But in the same way that I don't have like some of the other stuff you were talking about last week, I don't think it would work for me.
It might. You never know.
So.
But all right, you want to jump right into it?
Let's fucking talk about how last week was bad.
Yeah. So
weekly. What do you mean the morning sessions were amazing, or the morning session of games?
For you.
Yeah.
I mean,
So-
for a lot of
The rest of
people,
my year ruined. Actually, if we're being honest about it.
So here is the recap of games from last week, and I'm glad that the logo is over my face. Up in the
We
corner
are
there.
too.
It's kind of funny. So I knocked off Wendell, 138.8 to 104.72. Tyler and Hayden with the very close game. Hayden got the win.
Hayden started his perfect lineup.
Yes,
did he really?
And
You almost got that.
Brock Bowers had 2 targets on the very last drive of the game. He catches 0 on my win.
G Rob got the win over
Gino
Jay
was
Wright,
bad.
137 to 113, which Amari and Hampton sucking in the last game on Monday night is what got me the median over G Rob there.
I'm
He was-
surprised he wasn't accredited that fumble.
He was. They changed it to
Justin Herbert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They changed it.
Jed beat Trey, 150 to 111. Trey, you want to talk about it?
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know what to do.
Hey, there's always every year there's
Guys, remember
buyers and sellers, right?
It was
That's
like-
the point of dynasty.
I'm gonna sell my team, and then I'll be trash this year, and then it didn't really work. This is what I was expecting last year, to be ass after I started trading away my team, and now I'm like, what the fuck is going? Like
Yeah, but you can't expect your rookies to come out just guns a blazing.
I don't
Right.
have anyone else to play though. You know what I mean? Like I was looking at this shit today. Like, I mean, I don't have. If I don't start Judkins or let's say Harvey, I've got Trey Benson, McLaughlin, Kenneth Gainwell I picked up today, Brian Robinson who fucking just magically got traded. Son of a bitch.
Yeah. Hey, imagine how that would look now had he stayed because Eckler is on IR.
Yeah, that would be great. That would be great if that happened.
It's Bill.
Yeah.
Bill
Bill.
Krosky.
Oh, and then the other game of the week, Chase beat Grant.
Woohoo!
Let's keep getting Grant's record to 0 wins, please.
You have his first round pick.
Yes.
But
I can't wait to take it when I play him.
but he is not currently holding the number 1 pick because that belongs to Trey.
Yep.
Right now, Grant actually has the 3rd pick.
I know. But Trey's going to win somehow. And then if we can make sure Grant doesn't, that'd be great.
I sure as shit hope you're fucking right, but I don't see that happening.
So I put together my spreadsheet again for potential points, and then looking at all our percentage of starting our best lineup. Hayden has started 98.3% of his potential through 2
That's
weeks.
amazing.
But he was like this last year too, because outside of his starters, his team.
His depth is
true.
pretty bad.
Chase almost has a 100-point difference between his actual points and potential points.
But there's a good reason for that. It's because he doesn't know what he's doing.
It's because I do have depth on my team.
Can't wait to see what mine is. Mine's probably
Chase also has the fewest points against in the league.
what?
That also helps.
The only one
Strike
under
Chase
200.
away?
That helps quite a bit. Just make sure the other team can't score. You play defense in dynasty football. Do you not know?
Trey is the worst manager in the league at 73.2%.
Well, that's,
Did you hear those crickets after I said that? Grant Robinson is 90.4%, and Tyler's 84.6. I'm 83.5.
I think last year I was like 78 the whole year. I was not good.
Let's see.
I think
Last
we had this
year,
conversation too. That
last year you were 84.9, but you were 9th out of 10.
What?
Yeah.
At 84.9?
Yep.
Man. Because we had this conversation last year where we were like, it's better to be probably at 85% than it is to be, 100,
No, I
95%.
prefer to be at 100, actually. I
Well,
would prefer to play the best team I can every season.
understandable, but what I'm saying is what we talked about is the people that are close to 100%, 95%,
Our
they're
team's
likely there because their depth isn't worth diddly squat, and it's really easy to set up a perfect lineup. If you're around that 85%, you likely have a deeper team. Now, obviously you want to start the best players, but if it's actually difficult to get the best lineup, it likely means you have a fuller team.
Yep.
And the rookies this week, holy smokes. I thought the running backs would do a lot more and have a lot more opportunities, especially the first two running backs selected in Amari Hampton and Ashton Jeanty. And the fact that Ashton Jeanty is struggling to pick up the blitz, Amari Hampton, he doesn't look like he knows what he's doing out there. Caleb Johnson is pretty close to being just released because of his
You know what his
he's
snap percentages are?
irrelevant.
Take a guess at what his snap percentage were week 1 and week 2.
Gosh,
It's
I mean,
less
what?
than 5%, isn't it?
3 and 4.
Shit.
Good Lord. They just don't trust him is basically what's going down.
Hey, speaking of the Steelers, who was it him that fucking that had that screw up? Was
Yes,
that
he didn't touch the ball anytime he was out there and gave 6 points away.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the kickoff, because I guess he thought he was still playing college, and if it runs into the end zone, it counts as a touchback. Well, not in the
Yeah,
NFL.
but you have to go down it. You know who the leading rusher was for the Chargers Monday night?
Probably Justin Herbert.
Yeah, in carries and yards.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. He's going to have a top 5 season this year.
That's what
Herbert was 9 for
happened to
31.
Madison
Harris
Beer.
was 8 for 28. Hampton was 8 for 24.
Harris looked better than Hampton, and I did not see this. Now, granted, you don't want to
Even with his
overblow
one eye.
anything for. I know that's right, and I just don't. I don't know. You don't want to overreact in 2 weeks. Everyone's talking about how there's less preseason. Teams don't even play their starters in preseason games, so it's almost like they're trying to figure out their team, early on. But how I thought the Chargers would be playing, especially early on, just because less risk involved, is they're heavy with the run, and they have let Justin Herbert basically do whatever the heck he wants. If he wants to throw the ball, great. If he wants to run the ball, great. If he wants to hand it off, great. It's just
And it's working.
It is. I mean, they're 2-0, and
Their defense is solid, too. And didn't they have, was it Rashawn Slater that went down for a season-ending patellar tendon?
Yeah.
And,
Mack dislocated his elbow Monday night, but he's going to
oh,
be
yeah,
back
that
in
looked
a few
awful.
weeks.
So look at how much better they could be.
I'm impressed that they even have this game plan of letting Justin Herbert throw the ball. I mean, look at 3 relevant wide receivers that they have currently: Lad McConkey, QJ, and Keenan Allen. I didn't think that they would have more than one wide receiver potentially, and I guess they probably are, all 3 of them, probably in the top 20, probably top 30 wide receivers.
Yeah, top 30.
And that's amazing. That's not one offense that I would have anticipated this thing through 2 weeks.
You know what's going to happen? I'm gonna prophesize this. They're gonna win the Super Bowl this year, just so I can say Trey Lance got a Super Bowl before Joe Burrow.
I didn't even know Trey Lance was on the Chargers. That's kind of funny.
Dude,
Actually.
Burrow loves him. He loves him.
Is it Easton Stick? It wasn't he the backup there? Is he still there?
Quentin Johnson is at 7.
No.
Keenan Allen is at 11, and
Ladidi
So it
is
is top 20.
37.
yeah,
Oh.
he's not doing great.
He's the 3rd wide receiver. That's insane.
Yeah, he had 13 and 10.
Just because he hasn't caught the touchdowns while Keenan Allen and QJ has caught the bombs.
Yep.
Well,
Well, it's
QJ caught
surprisingly
the
that
bombs.
QJ's
Keenan.
actually caught something.
He realized
So-
he has hands. He figured it out this offseason.
Oh, what are these?
Well, there was, it's funny. There was
Can't wait to
videos
clip
of him
that after.
still dropping passes in the preseason.
Of course. Well, they did the same thing to Jamar Chase.
Yeah, they did that his rookie year. They didn't do that any year since then.
Silly.
All right, looking at week 3.
Look at how many points you're projected to get, Will.
I know. I'm the top projected team in the league. It's insane. It makes no sense.
168.
Yeah.
Damn.
So I got Grant Collins. So 4-0 versus 0-4.
Go, Will.
Hayden has Wendell, another 4-0 versus 0-4. Tyler against G-Rob. That's going to be a good matchup because G-Rob's team's been surprisingly really good. Jed and Chase, and then Trey and Jay Wright, which is projected to be 1.5 point difference. So
Wow.
That's cool.
could be the game of the week between a 0-4 and 1-3 team.
I'm pulling for Jay Wright, Trey, respectfully, so that Chase doesn't have a top pick.
I don't.
Yeah.
Trey's just
I would
full
like
of
to
comments.
win, but I don't have a lot of faith right this second. By not a lot of faith, I mean none.
0.
Mm.
All right. So we got that out of the way. So now let's look at the top performers of the week. I have to pull this up on my phone because my computer's being stupid. There's Tyler's Cricket.
Dude, his name is Harry. First.
Damn.
I was expecting there to be a name. Hey, before you go to the top performers of the week, I want to talk about trades that happened last week and just talk about how lopsided they have been.
Go ahead.
From Will's trade to Grant, and this is the main reason why I don't get what Grant was doing. DJ Moore is going to be 30 years old by the time he can use that first round pick, which there's been more receivers that have been relevant at the age of 30, such as Keenan Allen, but he's basically going to be replacing DJ Moore with that first round pick instead of using them, in my opinion, at the same time to try to make his team better. So that trade didn't make a whole lot of sense to me for the timing aspect of it. To get rid of Ollie Gordon for a second round pick, basically, and you threw in a fourth, so be it, whatever.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Even though it's a 2027, I mean, you're in a contending mode to get picks in the future, especially in a draft class that is deemed to be much better than next year's draft class. I think that's a big win for you.
Well, back to my trade too. That's why I was glad I got my first round pick back. So now I have 2 firsts this upcoming draft.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So so far the 2 trades this year I feel like have been pretty lopsided.
What about Jerome Ford for 3rd?
Oh, I thought there was another one. I must have missed that as I was scrolling.
After you give your opinion, I want to tell you something very unique about these 2 trades.
Let's see here. Jerome Ford. I mean, I think Jerome Ford is washed, but if he has QJ or Dylan Sampson, which I don't think he has either.
He has
No.
Dylan Sampson.
He does have Dylan Sampson?
Oh, did he just trade for him?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He did. That was the trade earlier this morning.
Oh, okay. Which included Fab.
Yeah.
All right, so he got a little bit of the Cleveland running back room. I mean, QJ is a Quinshon Judkins because we also have Quentin Jefferson.
Quentin Jefferson.
Quentin Johnston?
Whatever his name is. To have those 2 running backs, it just doesn't seem like a lock. Like, Judkins could potentially be the number 1 running back, and you just spent a 3rd. And what did he trade? He traded Jalen Royals and Cooper Kupp, which doesn't surprise me that Hayden was trying to go for Jalen Royals. Cooper Kupp had a pretty good year. Wait, Hayden's getting Cooper Kupp back. Didn't he have him like 2 years ago?
Yes, he traded him to me, and then I traded him to Jed.
Who traded him back to Hayden?
That's
Yeah.
It's the
hilarious.
circle of life, boys.
So Hayden wasn't going after Jalen Royals. Jed was going after Samson.
Okay.
Because Jed texted me and asked me what Hayden's number was, and I told him, and I can't remember how we got on the topic of making a trade, but he said something about just trying to get a little bit more depth at running back, and I was like, "Well, I'll send you Jerome Ford," and he was like, well, "What do you want for him?" And I tried to get him to give me a second and me give him Jerome Ford and a third, just to move my picks up. I didn't have any thirds. I didn't realize I didn't have any. So he's like, I'll just give you a third. And I was like, yeah, it's fine. But if you look at the 2 trades that I've made, so I sent Jerome Ford and I sent Ollie Gordon, neither of which were on my team to start the year. I picked them both up off waivers for nothing.
Yes.
And got picks for him.
And I
Yeah.
got
That's downright what you're supposed to be doing.
Can't beat
with
it.
free agent pickups. Yeah.
Okay, so I want to go through the trade history of Cooper Kupp in our league. So originally, before we started the dynasty, he was traded from Tyler to Grant Robinson for Cooper Kupp, Hayden Hurst, and Josh Jacobs to Grant for Travis Kelce, Chris Godwin, and Clyde Edwards-Helaire in 2020.
Oof.
Then in 2022, he went from Chase to Hayden
for a second or first, right?
for
We
a
got
2023 first and Najee Harris.
Mm-hmm.
Then went from Hayden to Tyler for Xavier Leggett in a second. Then went
Who
from
did the second turn into? Let me see. Let me see.
This year, it was the second rounder this year.
For Hayden.
Yeah.
Hang on, I'll find out who. Because I always think it's really fun to look back at these and see what they turned into.
Did you use that second for a trade?
So my second that Hayden had. What was Hayden on here?
He was, what, 2 or 3?
Jaden Higgins.
Nice.
Okay. Then when Tyler traded him to Jed, it was Devontae Adams and Cooper Kupp in a second and a third for Jonathan Taylor and Kyle Pitts. And now he's gone
That's
from
looking
Jed
solid.
back to Hayden, Cooper Kupp and Royals for Dylan Simpson.
The value gets smaller and smaller each year.
So I would say that's probably the record for a guy that's been traded the most in our league.
Which makes sense.
Yep.
He's a contender piece. If you're wanting to have somebody for flex play of some sort.
So, and while we're in our transactions, so we can talk about the waiver claims, Trey already said "fuck you" to me about outbidding everybody for Troy Franklin.
Dude, I had $100 bid on him, and I took it out because I looked at all the people that were there, and I was like, dude, there's like 4 or 5 people here that are going to get picked up. And I was like, I'm just going to cut it to something that's like, in my opinion, very conservative, and just see if I get him.
Yeah, so I bid 72, Trey 45, Tyler 44, Jed 41, Grant Collins 15. I had 43 originally, and I went back in and edited it to 72.
Damn.
Because I was like, why not?
That's
I got to
wild.
spend it somewhere, so why not go a little extra? Then
Me not spending a fucking dime on the waiver.
then Jed picked up Kyle Monangai from the Bears, dropped Caleb Johnson, who we just talked about.
Poor guy.
This
Trey
first
picked
round
up
pick.
Kenneth
Oh,
I can't
Gainwell.
believe it. I can't believe he's only playing 5% of snaps.
Yeah.
I mean, I can because he come out. Didn't he fumble game 1 and then he had the blunder week 2?
I don't know if he fumbled week 1. He just
No,
didn't
week-
play.
Well, he had negative points, didn't he?
Oh, he did. He fumbled. He didn't lose it.
Yeah.
He had 1 carry for negative 2 yards and a fumble. So he's currently negative 1.1 points on the year, meaning that people who have not played a single down have more points than he does. Meaning the 4 of us have more points than he does.
It just kept getting worse.
Yeah.
Before we move on, what do you? I don't know why that Caleb Johnson reminded me of this, but what do you guys think about adding points for kick return yards? Same points as a quarterback gets. So 100 yards would be 4 points.
No.
Let me ask you this: How many of you guys know how impactful that would be in the league?
I mean, we did it not that long ago.
Well, so here's the thing: is
wasn't really.
you don't have many fantasy relevant players that are returning kicks.
Well, they're returning kicks at an 80% bout right now. When last year they were only returning kicks 24%.
Now,
how many of those people are you putting on your team?
Like it now, for
Trevion Henderson
example,
is returning.
Who?
Blake Corum.
Yeah.
Blake Corum would be probably the biggest one, in my opinion, that would be plugged into a starting role if we did that.
But what I'm saying is, if you're doing it like quarterback now, on average, I would imagine they're getting about 25 yards, right? So that's 1 point each kick return. And let's say you have a game kind of like the Bills and Baltimore, where they're scoring left and right each time and kicking off, 7 times. That's 7 points right there. Basically, just for kick returns.
So Caleb Johnson had 5 returns for 132 yards week 1.
So he'd have 5
for 58 week 2.
I think it just adds it. I don't think it would be impactful enough to even bring it up, but like not to a vote. But I mean, it puts you in a position where those players who don't really do much of anything else, if you really get in a pinch, at least they'll get you something.
Yeah.
Because does Jalen Warren return kick still or no?
I don't think so. But
well, it was Caleb Johnson until he's getting benched now.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not returning kicks anymore. That's hilarious.
Let's see if I can find the NFL stats on kick return yardage.
There was a year where it was like I think it was Tyreek Hill, where like he had 1,300 receiving yards, but he ended up with like over 2,000 yards total because of his kick return yards.
I mean, could you imagine adding Devin Hester to your team? Did he even do anything else but kick return?
Yeah, well, so he was originally a corner when he came in the league, and they converted him to wide receiver.
Like, I don't ever remember him scoring like an actual passing touchdown. It was all just kick return touchdowns.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
let's see how good he was. He had 3,300 receiving yards and 16 touchdowns.
For his career, which he played quite a bit.
Career. Yep. He played 156 games, so what, 10 years maybe?
Probably something like that, yeah.
From 2006 to 2016.
There you go.
So, like Antonio Gibson, for example, so he had 6 for 171 and a touchdown this week. So, but the touchdown counted.
Yeah, but he would have 7 more points.
Yeah, so he had 9.8. So he would have got 16.8 with the kick return yardage.
Good Lord.
But he leads the league in kick return yards with 239.
Makes sense. He got that touchdown out of that. So
yeah, Chimere DK for the Titans is second with 227.
Is that really how you say his name?
That's how I say it.
That's not how I say his last name.
Yeah. Oh, it's DK.
Oh, really?
DK.
I didn't know that.
It is DK. That is,
okay.
Yeah.
Where's he from?
That makes more sense.
Florida. Like where he went to college or where he's actually from?
I meant like, where's that last name from?
Oh, I don't know. Okay, top performers. Quarterback was Jared Goff with 34 with his 5 touchdowns.
They hated Ben Johnson.
Yeah. Second is a guy that's still on free agency.
Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
Leading the NFL yards.
Mr. Unlimited.
Stay on the fucking waivers too, because don't nobody trust that motherfucker.
No. Not yet.
Lamar was QB3. tied with Drake May, QB4, and then old Danny Dimes, QB5.
Dude, Daniel Jones he's good.
Whenever I was asking you all about in my redraft if I should be trading for Dak, Drake May, or I forgot the third quarterback, but I had
Oh,
Daniel Jones, and I was like, well, games are about to start. I ain't gonna do a trade yet. I'll let Daniel Jones ride another. If he can make it happen against Denver, maybe I don't have to make this trade. He made it happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this is kind of wild.
Maybe it's just that are ass.
The Giants are definitely ass, and I don't know. Jackson Dart, there was a series where they were having Jackson Dart come out there for a few plays and then Russell Wilson come out for a few plays. So I have a hard time believing Jackson Dart does not start this year at some point. Because they're 0-2. They're going to continue to lose. I forget who they're playing this week. I feel like it's a tough matchup for them.
Hell yeah, hang on.
Kansas City.
Yep.
So, yeah,
Hey, speaking of Kansas City,
Kansas City's good right now. Okay.
do you know where if Patrick Mahomes was a running back, do you know where he would fit on the list for rushing yards? Do what?
Because he had like 60-something yards this week. He had like 40 yards last week. So he'd probably, especially after how
He's 1 yard behind Christian McCaffrey.
I was going to say he's like top 20 for sure. I just saw him.
He's number 16.
Yeah.
Put the team on his back.
But without that, he's a suboptimal quarterback. He's not great. He's not throwing the ball well. He has no one to throw it to.
Well, and that honestly, that's been the theme the last year and a half,
Yeah.
2 years. So,
Well, I think he wasn't. I don't think he was good the season before last either. I was saying that like everybody. I won't fucking go on this rant again, but
Do it.
all those fucking analysts, bro, Mahomes fucking mountain and this and that and the other, and he just wasn't that good last year. They were winning games, sure, but it wasn't because of him, and he wasn't
defense
last year. And I saw a thing the other day, like maybe within the past couple of days, that was talking about. He dropped off when they got rid of, I think the guy's name was Eric Bieniemy or whatever.
Eric Bieniemy.
Yeah, Bieniemy.
So he was a good quarterback when that guy was there, and then when they got rid of him or when he left or however that worked out, I don't remember exactly. His fucking numbers and everything just plummeted.
Well, he made a lateral move, Eric Bieniemy, to be the offensive coordinator for, I want to say Houston, but that may be incorrect. But he did not take a head coaching job, which was always like.
I thought it was Washington.
Was it Washington? He had. Well, then he must have been fired that same year because they ended up getting Cliff Kingsbury.
Well, no, I think he went to work with Kingsbury, and then they got fired. I think.
What?
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, Kingsbury's still there with Jaden Daniels. That was the offensive coordinator. But yeah, I do forget where Eric Bieniemy.
Who was the coach
to.
Before Dan Quinn?
Dan Quinn. It was
the guy from the Panthers. Used to be for the Panthers.
Ron Rivera.
Yes,
that's right. You're probably right. He was with him.
I could not think of what his name was.
So it's been longer than 2 years then Eric Bieniemy left. But either way,
yeah.
Who's the leaders for running backs? I'm kind of curious.
Jonathan Taylor was 1. Devon Achane 2, James Cook 3, Javonte Williams 4, Christian McCaffrey 5.
Go ahead and say it, Chase.
That video was hilarious.
Not what I thought you were going to say, but that is fine.
Video was hilarious. What was I going to say?
Where's Chase Brown?
Oh, well.
He's going to be okay.
Really, the thing that I wanted to
to
bring up at some point was, how's that take of keeping Nico Collins instead of Puka Nacua?
What do you mean?
We did a, keep, trade, cut. I think that's what we did, yeah. And all y'all were keeping Nico. I was keeping Puka.
Yeah.
And
now how does that look?
It's not.
Well, that was 1 out of 12. So I don't feel any way about it.
Everybody calm our tits.
It's been 2 games.
CJ Stroud. I don't know. I don't think he's ass, but
I think he's ass, bro.
He's playing like it.
I mean, offensive line. If you're offensive, I mean, look at Joe Burrow. You know,
Played
he,
great.
he can play a
Unfortunately-
season every other year, and that's about it.
The bad offensive line. Also,
Joe Burrow is the new Andrew Luck.
yeah, I'm scared of that. I'm honestly really worried about that.
The good news is they're not paying him a ton.
I saw
It's not like they got 70% of their cap tied up in 3 people.
T. Higgins is gone. There's no way you are keeping him on the roster after this. You have to bolster your offensive line.
Yeah, I saw a thing today. So a lot of people are blaming Zach Taylor on all of this because his scheme changes when Jake Browning is in there versus when Burrow is in there. Some of these sacks and everything are Burrow's fault for trying to extend plays, but our offensive line is much better with Browning as quarterback because he's playing a different type of game.
A
than
shorter game,
Burrow.
quicker out of the hands. Yeah.
And
Well,
it works a lot better for
we'll
Browning.
see.
Or at least in the past. I mean, well, of course, he did throw 3 interceptions, but we still won that fucking game.
Yeah.
Is Joe Burrow gone for the year? Like, yeah, that's the
No,
rumor.
Zach Taylor said today that they are hopeful that he comes back before the end of the year.
Because I mean, you're 2-0. You're not used to that. I mean, what you were 0-4 last year. If you could win one more game out of these next 2, you're in a prime time position to potentially be around 500 when Joe Burrow comes back.
Yeah,
I
it's
was-
going to be one of those things on if they're still in playoff contention or not on if he plays.
And right now, the percentiles are saying that they potentially can be. So, I wouldn't just say Joe Burrow ain't coming for the rest of this year because I think this is the best position you all have been in.
Yeah.
Since the year you went to the Super Bowl, right? So,
Well, we didn't start out great that year either. It was a rough start that year, and then we won like 10 games in a row.
Every year is a rough start for the Bengals.
I mean, fair, yeah.
except for that, well, I
They
mean,
don't-
I
they
would
don't-
say except for this year, but you did just lose Joe Burrow, so that's kind of rough. You may be
Well,
2-0.
I meant, I meant that
and
they,
made Burrow walk to the locker room because they don't have a cart because they're too cheap to buy one.
Is that what happened, or do you think that he just walked to the card? Everybody says that, but I
No,
find-
the Bengals do not own a cart.
really,
Yeah.
that's insane.
Good Lord.
You're talking about Burrow coming back. If for whatever reason Browning gets us to the playoffs, as much as I'm a Burrow fan because I'm a Bengals fan, I feel like I would feel some type of way if you have one guy fucking take us all the way into there when he's not supposed to. Because everybody's like,
take them out.
that season's over. It's like might as well just fucking lose all the games and just do whatever. Because Burrow's out, but if he somehow manages to get us into the playoffs and then you fucking snatch him out of there and put Burrow back in, I'm like, man, that's kind of fucked.
Yep.
But then, how do you, as a coach, if he comes back and you don't swap him out and you lose, everybody's gonna be like, "Oh, you let Browning in."
Yeah, that is a key to get fired pretty quickly. You don't have your literal franchise quarterback come out.
Well,
Getting fired. When is McDaniels getting fired?
Oh, easily like next 2 weeks. Easily.
Dude, his fucking presser the other day where he's
It's
just like,
depressing.
yeah, the key to winning games is to not lose those games. And the way you don't lose those games is you win them. And
Yeah.
this
Makes a whole lot of fucking sense.
I saw somebody, they were talking about him early on in his coaching tenure, and they were talking about how he's got like the snarky, sarcastic comments, and they were like, that works well when you're winning, but when things aren't going great, that's not perceived well by anybody. It's not going to like you're going to get cut quick if you do stuff like that.
And he
I
just
think they're
looks he looks like like a depressed child on the sidelines too. There's no
for empty pizza boxes in his apartment.
I mean, they made a big play and he's still there with his hands crossed looking at his sheet. And then they just gave up a touchdown and there's no change in his demeanor and his expression. It's just like it almost looks like he's given up at this point and just running through the motion until he gets fired.
When you have a players only meeting after week 1, that is never a good sign.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
I know that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
JJ Watt was talking about that the other day, and he was saying that if you're already having a players meeting after week 1, go ahead and get Cabo booked because you're not going anywhere.
Yep.
Tyreek Hill has to be traded this year, and it just makes too much sense for Kansas City to trade for him. So,
Well,
it doesn't fucking matter.
Tyreek's going to have to go beat up another woman to get traded there, I guess.
oh my God, please don't do that. What's the next
Anyways,
session?
let's go to wide receivers from last week. Trey had the leading wide receiver, actually leading total point getter for last week, and with 39 points, and he only had 110 total, so that's not good. But
38% of Trey's points come from one player.
Amon-Ra with 39.2.
Gosh, he's returned back to
The
being
first
really good.
of the first of 2 Giants in the top 5. Malik Neighbors with 37.7. Jamar Chase, 36.5. Roma Dunze, 31.8. And then Wan'Dale Robinson, 28.2.
I actually threw it to him deep.
Yeah.
Like last year, I think he got like nearly 100 targets or 100 targets or catches. Now I can't remember.
Should have been targets because he didn't play half the time.
Okay. But he like only had 500, 700 yards, something like that. Now he's actually thrown a D. He can actually do something with his catches that he gets. So
he had 93 catches on 140 targets for 699 yards.
Oh my God.
Crazy.
Yeah. So I mean, just imagine if the average depth of those passes are maybe 5 or 10 more yards. Yeah, this guy is an easy wide receiver too.
Yeah, and I dropped him after I traded for him.
For me, I think.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. I think I got Jake Ferguson out of that trade.
You got Michael Pittman and Jake Ferguson for Isaiah Likely, Wan'Dale, and a third.
Nice. I think I did that in Chick-fil-A.
Okay.
I was enjoying my chicken sandwich.
So you didn't do it on a Sunday. Got it.
Yeah, exactly.
Tight ends, Tucker Kraft, 1. Zach Ertz,
He's
2.
looking so good.
Jed with the top 2 tight ends this week.
Crazy.
Yeah. Jake Ferguson, 3. Juwan Johnson, 4. And Trey McBride, 5.
I drafted Tucker Kraft with the 410 2-3 years ago.
I'm still pissed that I dropped him. You picked him with pick 410. You dropped him before we ever got into the season.
Because Luke Musgrave
Yeah.
was doing there, and then he got hurt, and then
I
it was
picked
just
him
all
up.
Tucker Kraft.
And then I dropped him, and then Jed picked him up.
Damn it.
Yep. All right. Starts and sits.
Let me get mine pulled up here.
I can start with mine. The start here, easy guys, and that's the reason why he's in my lineup for this week because
You're so pretentious.
Get your own dick out of your mouth. Jesus.
Jameson Williams, he's going to get another bomb because they're going to have to play catch up against Baltimore, and it's going to be a pretty good game. My sit, and this is the easy pick, I think, in my opinion, just because on how well this offense is playing through the air. They're using Josh Jacobs in a way that is advantageous to them because they're in the lead quickly, right? But against Cleveland, I feel like they're going to be in the lead, but they're not going to be able to run the ball, so he's not going to score a whole lot of points.
I had him as a sit too. Sure, I'll go tight ends. I'm starting Kyle Pitts and I'm sitting Tucker Kraft.
Wow.
There you go.
Yeah. Well, my Tucker Kraft is almost the same reasoning as Chase, except that Brown's defense is just good. I wouldn't be surprised if that game is like 14-10.
closer than what people anticipate.
Well,
It's just
yeah, I think it'll be
their
close
passing
because they're
game
not
is
gonna score.
looking fucking awesome, dude. And then like, how do you attack that passing game when he spreads the ball so much and so consistently? So like, there's not really a game plan of shutting someone down other than the running game and making Jordan Love try to make some mistakes. But he's looking freaking fantastic. I don't think he's thrown an interception yet, and I think he's thrown like 4 touchdowns now. I mean,
So he's going to
he's-
throw an interception this game.
it's definitely of all the games that it could happen, it would be this one because their offensive line or their defensive line can get to him. But the thing that we've noticed in the first 2 games that the best way to get through the Browns is throwing the ball. Baltimore last week, they were able to let it fly, and everyone but Zay Flowers caught a touchdown, which is kind of funny, or
Last
Mark
week-
Andrews for that.
Yeah, Mark Andrews. Yeah, they cut down tight ends too.
Yeah. Mark Andrews, it doesn't look like he should be playing anymore at the moment. So.
Chase, who's your shit?
Josh Jacobs.
So I thought you said, but I kind of zoned out for a minute.
Hmm.
That's actually who I had, so I'm going to pick somebody different as my sit. But
Sure,
I had-
first.
I did every position, and Josh Jacobs was the one I had for my
yeah,
I had Jordan Mason as my start because with the news of
Aaron Jones. Yeah.
yeah.
Brock Purdy's out. JJ McCarthy's out. Not
What
Russell
happened to
Wilson.
JJ
Justin Field is out.
He got a high ankle sprain on the last drive of the game.
What?
That sucks.
Jordan Mason's actually in the top 20 now, so he couldn't be your start.
Oh, I thought it was top 10. They had to be outside the top 10.
Sucks to
No,
suck.
it's
Well,
20.
hang on. I don't know that Kyle Pitts will work.
It's top 10
Well,
for
so
tight
tight-
ends, I think.
Top 10
Yeah,
for
tight
top
ends is
one.
10.
Okay. Sorry, I forgot the rules.
Yeah, I did too. I had to ask when I got on here before you guys were on. I was like, I don't exactly remember this part of the thing.
I'm going to start Rome Odunze.
Good start. I'm surprised he's not in the top 20.
He's not in top 20.
He's 21.
And let me guess, you're going to sit the 20th?
Nope.
yeah.
Oh Lord, that was a good one.
Said Justin Fields.
Yeah.
I don't know where I want to go with this. I am going to sit Kyron Williams.
He's been on a heater
Smart.
for, I don't know,
Because
a year and a half.
he's playing against
The Eagles.
makes sense.
He's had 66 yards in each of the first 2 games, but only 1 touchdown.
I think he's had like 17 games straight with at least 50 rushing yards.
Well, Josh Jacobs has had like 8 straight games with a touchdown.
A touchdown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
All
that
right,
is this week.
10, including
That's
the
a pretty good
playoffs or
streak.
something. Yeah.
He'd be a standard running back phenom at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he'd be fantastic. I'm gonna go with the start. It's a little bit of wishful thinking. I'm going Jake Browning.
Jake Browning. That's right.
Because Minnesota cut him, and I'm pretty sure that when he played, was 2 years ago when they played Minnesota after when Burrow got hurt, I think he fucking played pretty well against them. So I'm hoping for a repeat.
What a matchup. Carson Wentz against Jake Browning.
And then for my
Week
sixth,
3, Chase, relax.
Jalen Hurts.
Oh,
I mean, I see it. Their offense, they don't even need to play offense. Their
They
defense
don't,
can
yeah.
win them the game.
Yeah.
Now, so I will say, Hertz has he's under 200 yards the last 2 times they played the Rams and only had like 15 points, I think, each time.
Yeah.
Rams defense is pretty good too.
That playoff game was a lot of fun to watch. I think I was in the airport when that game finished, actually.
Okay, you're just gonna tell us everywhere you've been when you have something fantasy football related?
I mean, yeah, I probably can recall a lot of locations. especially the Jamar Chase trade. I was in the
Yeah,
kitchen in
well-
my Philpott house.
Who would have guessed you remember something so crazy happening?
Yeah.
What? You're going to give me the best receiver in fantasy football for this box of Golden Grams?
Box of Golden Grams. It's better
I
than
wonder
a bag
what
of potato chips.
the league would look like if I had unilaterally
Vetoed.
said, no, we're not doing that, because I care about. So, like, for what it's worth, if I would have called him and he would have been like, I think I text him. I would have texted him and he would have been like, yeah, dude, I know it's a dynasty. I'm cool with that. This is what I want to do. But when I texted him, the first thing he said was, what do you mean it's a dynasty?
Oh, no.
I was like, oh, dude. So I was close to just being like, dude, that we got to switch that. And I told him, I think I told you, he made a trade with somebody else too. And I told you, and I think it was Hayden. I was like, dude, I think we need to reverse these. And y'all were both like, yeah, that's fine. And then I told Wendell, I was like, dude, I like, we're leaning towards like reversing these and putting them back. He's like, nah, dude. He said, I should have been paying more attention. So I was like, okay. You're not wrong.
Yeah. We want to talk about any injuries that we hadn't talked about yet.
No, I don't want to talk about injuries.
Quarterback injuries were rough.
Yeah.
Storm Duck is out this week for the Dolphins.
I love that name. He's a corner from, gosh, what college did he play for? Louisville.
Were you at McDonald's when he got drafted? Just trying to put the puzzle pieces together. You know what I mean?
I think he was from Louisville. I
He
could be
did go to
wrong.
Louisville.
Yeah, I was right. Storm Duck. What an amazing name.
Let's see. Darnell
Should've gone
Mooney was
Oregon.
limited for the Falcons. Carolina has 3 receivers on the injury report this week.
James Daniels may be out this week.
Yep.
Rock Bowers.
Did they ever say was it like a PCL strain or something for Daniels?
I don't know the injury specifically, but I know the play that it happened. It wouldn't surprise me if it was a PCL, but
You were in a Kroger when that play happened.
It's
I
Kroger.
haven't been in a
Marketplace,
Kroger. I don't even know how long I've not been in a Kroger. Whatever.
Brian Thomas Jr. is on the injury report, even though he's full participant.
Oh,
today.
dude, that was hilarious. So
What happened?
after the game, the Jacksonville game, I've heard this on a podcast that apparently Liam Cohen came up there. They were like, hey, Brian Thomas Jr. seemed like he struggled today. And Liam Cohen was like, yeah, he's dealing with a wrist injury of some sort. And so then they asked him, like, well, if he was injured, he should have been on the injury report. What happened there? And he was like, man, all these coaches don't
Fine
know the
incoming.
rules. Man, Brian Callahan didn't even know what a catch was. Now Liam Cohen doesn't know that he needs to report all of his players if they have an injury. Like, goodness gracious.
Yeah, they're gonna get fined for that if they hadn't already.
So, but yeah, apparently he's been dealing with a wrist injury of some sort, and no one knew about it until after the game. I feel like there's
Well,
one
let me
more
tell you what,
significant.
his alligator arms on his receptions are his problem. It has nothing to do with it. Don't get me wrong, he's getting hospital balls, but he's like,
Yeah, and go down immediately.
yeah, that's his problem.
I don't blame him.
Are you at all nervous for him?
Not really. No.
If you look at the times where he was so successful last year, it was with Mac Jones.
For sure.
That's what makes me nervous about him. And it's like, not that I care because he's not on my team, but like I look at it and I'm like, dude, all of his success was had with the quarterback that's not even on the team anymore. Well, not all of it.
But honestly, it's because he was successful with Mac Jones is why I'm confident that he will be okay. Because if he can be good with a mediocre or below mediocre quarterback like Mac Jones,
Top 3 pick
then
Mac Jones?
he's going.
He should be good
He
with
was
a mediocre
12.
Trevor Lawrence.
He's 12. Exactly. Amen. Or mediocre if Trevor Lawrence doesn't work out this year. Whatever quarterback they get in, he obviously will be a focal point.
I don't think they'll ever get rid of Trevor Lawrence. He's just good enough that, like, I think they have to keep him around, but he's not good enough to do anything.
I think
Well,
he's good
and the
enough to
money
make
they
some
paid
team.
I agree.
Well, have they paid him? I mean, isn't he? Wouldn't he be a free agent after?
Didn't they pay him? Didn't they pay him in the offseason? I may be.
No, he got fucking paid a stupid amount of money where you're just like, why are you fucking paying him this much?
Well, get ready. Daniel Jones is about to get paid if he continues his amazing play with the Colts. Wouldn't that be
Well,
wild?
I don't know. I don't look at what happened with Sam Darnold. They didn't keep him around.
So
That's true. If he doesn't do very good in the playoffs, if they get to the playoffs, I mean, yeah, you may be right.
So last year, Lawrence signed a 5-year, $275 million deal.
Last year, okay,
200 guaranteed.
and I'm sure there's a way. Well, probably not a way. For
They
them
can't
to-
get out until 2029 because his dead cap this year would be 133.5 million.
Dang.
It's a little bit.
His cap hit in 2029 is 78.5, and in 2030 is 74.8.
Jeez Louise.
I cannot believe they paid him that.
Go Tyrod Taylor with the Jets.
Dude, Tyrod
It's
hyped
Tyrod.
Garrett Wilson, so I'm cool with him being there, I guess.
I'm still. Justin Herbert would have been a thing if the doctor didn't just fuck your lung.
Yeah, let me stab you in the lung here.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Yeah.
Your lung, is that important?
Yeah, right.
See
Here.
if we can
You don't
take some
need
care
it.
out of that
It's
thing.
about as equivalent as me of doing dry needling and puncturing someone's lung during just a typical dry needling procedure. Not even procedure.
Hey, Chase,
Therapy
stay the
session.
fuck away from me.
Oh, why? I don't have needles. I can't dry needle you.
Let's see here. Tyler, you want to talk about your injuries with Egbuka?
Which
and
ones? There's tons of
Ladidi?
them. No, I'm frustrated by it. So
Egbuka did not practice today.
what?
That's unfortunate.
My team's having injuries. Who would have guessed?
Ladidi did not practice today.
Yeah, I mean, just add it to the list. Let's just put somebody else on there. Did Brock Bowers practice?
He did practice. Limited, I believe.
Yeah.
Limited, yes.
Oh, yeah. Well, whatever. Does anybody
Tyler
need
Warren
Rashad
did not
Bateman?
practice.
Anybody need Rashad Bateman on their team?
You might need
not
them.
me.
Yeah. Anybody want him?
Oh,
Sure, I'll give you a loaf of bread for him. Carton of eggs.
As long as it's bunny bread.
That's
I'm
what
love
I
some eggs
said.
right now.
Oh, good peanut butter on bread.
Tyler, how do you have one loss?
How do I have a loss?
Yeah.
He lost
Because
to
I got
Hayden.
unlucky. Because Garrett Wilson somehow had a fumble that I never saw. All right. You know what's crazy? So I looked at our like for the entirety of our league. Have you ever looked at the records for the whole time we've had this league?
Mhm.
Do y'all know?
There's only 2 people over 500.
So it's,
What?
it's not many. Yeah, I think you might be right. Hang on, let me pull it up.
There's legitimately like only 2 people over 500.
ugh.
So if
That's
you look at the league
hilarious.
history, there's 5 people over 500, half of us. So the worst record in the league is Jed at 59-87, Hayden in 9th at 62-84, Grant Collins also at 62-84, Grant Robinson also at 62-84.
Wow.
Then you have Sweet Pea at 63-83, and then there's me at 74-72. Here's the thing. I had a season where I went 3-27.
Yep.
So then you have Wendell at 77-69, Trey at 80-66.
That's
wow.
what is this year.
Nice.
And you got Will at 92-54 and Chase at 99-47.
Yeah.
Chase is the only team that scored 10,000 points.
He just hit that this week, too.
Yep,
I was
he
just going to
did
point
it.
that out.
I mean, guys.
Shut the fuck up.
But
Is
there's a stat more interesting than that. Chase also has the least amounts of points scored against him by 500 points.
I told you got to play defense.
You know who's second on that list? It's Wendell, and third is Willie Mack.
There you are.
And fourth is Tyler by 7 points.
Hey, we didn't have to go
Jed. Jed,
Yeah,
who's
Jed-
got the worst record, is almost tied for fourth in points allowed. Is anybody going to catch Wendell's all-time weekly high of 237.5?
doubt it.
No.
I mean, if we have a morning, if we have
I'm
a
surprised
morning
Chase
session
didn't
of
be like,
games-
yeah, I'm
Yeah,
going
maybe
to.
next week I will.
I mean, my team did well, and I scored 170. I had 237 is wild.
Also, on those next two lists of the highest points by any player and highest points of any week, I'm on the list one time when Josh Allen scored 50 points. That's the only time I'm on those lists.
You're welcome
Crazy.
for that, by the way.
Right.
Well, I mean, thanks, but
You're finally getting something out of Javonte Williams too, out of that trade.
that was only 4 years in the running.
Because he immediately tore his ACL after
He blew his knee out the game after I got it.
Oh man.
But to be fair, you got Jalen Waddle,
Yeah.
Gerald Everett, and something else that really Jalen Waddle had a good year. But after that,
That's one player that I have a difficult time letting go out of my mind that he can still be like really good. And just the situation that he's been in, he hasn't really been the number one wide receiver on his own team. It's almost like Devontae Smith for me. Just I know they're really good players. Like you want to invest your assets to really good players, but when their system and their
Mhm.
quarterbacks and their coaches are all not advantageous to the passing game, like they can be good all they want and they'll still be wide receiver outside of 30.
You know who that reminds me of? It really plants my flag on Kadarius Toney.
I never thought he was good though.
So, Tyler, you got Javonte Williams in a first, and I got Gerald Everett, Gus Edwards, Jalen Waddle in a third.
Gus Edwards. That's the
Wow.
other one I remember.
He won. He helped you win 2 years ago. Gus Edwards with his 17 million touchdowns for the Ravens.
What did I turn that first round pick into? Let me go look.
Yeah, that's what I was
Williams,
about to
yes.
go look at.
What year was that?
2023.
So it would have been a 2024?
No, it was
Or what?
2023 first,
Oh,
and 2023 third.
I turned it into, Anthony Richardson. Let me look and see.
I'm sorry. He'll get another chance somewhere.
That's terrible. Hey, dudes, I gotta get off here.
Alrighty, man.
It's fucking late. I'll holler at y'all later.
So, y'all want to wrap it up too, or is there anything else?
Yeah, we
want
can
to
wrap it up.
Yeah, we can
Or
wrap it up.
Rocket League.
talk about? All right. See you, shitheads.